Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Sorry, we just need a moment to get tea in. Oh my god, did we just make a thumbnail? Welcome back guys and welcome to another little update kind of video. Today is a boy update video, so I'm going to be updating you on 4 horses. I say update, I think it's nice to just get them on the channel. The youngsters often don't get enough screen time because they kind of just, well, they just grow up in the background really, but it is nice to actually get them on camera. He turns 4 weeks tomorrow, which is crazy, growing up so fast. And I'm well aware that I still haven't announced a name on the internet. So I'm pleased to say that this video, you're going to find out what this gorgeous boy is called. But I'm also gonna plea for help from you guys because although I know his stable name and I know how I want his show name or his registered name, but I know the components of it, I cannot for the life of me decide on the order. So I really need you guys to give me a hand and in the comments let me know what you prefer because I keep chopping and changing my mind as to what I like. Seeing as this boy is the sleepiest man in all of the land, I think I'm gonna wait for a little bit to tell you his name and we're gonna go on a bit of an adventure, a trek across the field and go and see the other 3 boys that you guys never get to see since they've moved fields. So I'll make them a feed and then we'll head down there. Thus begins the treacherous, oh my, no, oh no. Oh, you know in the ground it's really hard, why did I pick that fence post? The whole fence is so rickety. Anyway, this is the treacherous journey to go and feed the boys. If you watched the video, I don't know when it was, a couple of months ago probably. Oh, there we go. You'll know that we managed to rent some of our neighbours' land, which is fantastic. Initially, the boys went into this field, but as you can tell, the grass is super long. The neighbours growing this for hay at the minute, so then we moved them into the other field. It's just been the best setup ever. It's such nice land, like loads of natural shelter and shade and everything, and it's also meant we can have Brinny and Bear back because I'm sure you'll know, but Moose and Bray go down here are Brinny and Bear's sons. So we can't really have them on the same yard for like 6 months to a year after weaning because otherwise it just causes chaos. And obviously they're all boys down here. Moose and Brago are still fully entire. It's been such a difficult wet year that we couldn't really cut them. We didn't want to cut them before badminton because we didn't want to be away because it's, you know, they're kind of most susceptible to infection at the start, so we didn't want to cut them before that. And then when we got back it was still just so wet and muddy, and you've got such a narrow time frame to be able to geld them because you can't have it too muddy because they get infected, but you can't have loads of flies, and sadly we're now in fly season. But it's fine because we've spoken to the vets at length about balls and there's actually a lot of benefits to leaving them a little bit longer, so we're planning on gelding them in the autumn. Ah, there they are, gorgeous boys. So we make this journey once a day. We've got our feed here, got lovely pure feed, very easy because it's a complete feed, so it's just got everything in it that they need. But the main reason for feeding them is to, well, get the nutrients into them, but also get some salts into them when it's hot. Right guys, this is a bit of a mission because I need to empty this into buckets. I'll catch up with you when they're eating, okay? Mission accomplished. The 3 boys munching away. Also look at what a gorgeous field this is. They do get bothered by the flies when they're out in the sun, but when they're under the trees they're not too bad. Right, while they're eating I'm going to clean out this water trough. here are the beautiful boys. As you can probably tell, they are still best little buddies. In fact, Brago, I would say you're finally getting a bit bigger than Moose. This could be interesting. See the dynamics here, guys. Hey, Moosey boy. Good lad. Ari is actually doing really well at the minute, and he's really, really happy. What are you spooking at, boys? And he is loving his job of being a babysitter and being out. So yeah, Ari is doing fantastically, and as you can see, he is head of the herd. Don't you dare wipe your mouth over me. So then on to mischievous Moose. Poor Fly, good boy. I know, it is fly season, who you can see has really grown up. Little boy is not so little anymore. And he's gone this beautiful chocolate colour. So Moose is out of Brinny, and he had a very, very high chance, like the highest chance ever, of being either buckskin, palomino, cremello, basically a yellowy colour. And he had, I think it was a 3% chance of coming out smoky black, and that's what he is, smoky black. Hello, Az. My darling. You alright, my boy? I know, but you're so dirty. You're so dirty on your mouth. Hello. So we think that we'll probably look for a new home for gorgeous Moosey at the end of the year. Well, at any point really. He is so fantastic, and but we're really, really, really pleased with how he's come out. Actually, he's moved beautifully, and he's absolutely gorgeous. Even though you didn't come out a creamy colour, yeah, really, really chuffed with him. But obviously, we cannot keep every single horse, and we really enjoy the breeding. Mum put so much effort into finding right stallions and making sure they'll complement the mare and bringing a gorgeous, lovely horse into the world. It is a real passion of ours, actually. Although it is a hobby. Good boy. We do really enjoy it, but we kind of have to pick which ones end up staying to be broken in. Good boy. And which ones perhaps aren't going to be ones that we have sort of full time and produce. It's more a case of if the perfect home comes up for you, Moosey Moose, then maybe you'll go, but equally, you're so yawny. We'll have to see, won't we? Because we do really love you, and you're such a gorgeous horse, aren't you? He's a really lovely person. He says, I've got flies. And then last but not least down here is, of course, yeah, Handsome Brago. Handsome Brago is bottom of the herd. Moosey, come on, I want to talk to Brags. He is going to be one that we intend to keep a little bit longer. My worry with Brago is that he's just not going to make big enough. That is going to be the only issue as to whether he kind of stays long term and becomes a competition horse for me. Ari coming in. But as you can see, he is super smart, and because he's by the dressage stallion Dante, he moves like stink, like he's gorgeous. He just looks like a real dressage horse, to be honest. But a lot of the Dante progeny is out eventing now. He's produced some really nice event horses, and of course, having Bear as your mummy, I think there is a high chance that you'll be able to jump. Fly. Good boy. So yeah, the plan is to keep hold of Brago, maybe find a new home for Moose, and Ari obviously will be staying put. Looks like the boys are retreating back to the shade, so I will retreat back to the barn, and we can finally do a little name announcement, and also you guys can help me decide on his show name. Tell you what, guys, walking across that long grass with all these horseflies is not the one. I got bitten on my hand. Dee Dee. Oh, he was asleep again in a different position, but he's just gotten up for the big name reveal. Oh, So I'm well aware that it has been a very long time coming announcing this little guy's name, but because it is an announcement and I literally put it on the internet for hundreds of thousands of people to see, we have to make sure we get it right because there's no take backsies, are there? So we've actually been calling him this name for a few weeks now, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think it suits you. I think the registered name, whatever order we have it in, is going to be super, super smart. So without further ado, the three of us would like to introduce you to Valley. Good boy. Always a bit of an anticlimax, actually, isn't it? So there is, of course, a bit of a story behind this. As you guys know, there's a little bit of a theme with our pets and our horses of having like Lord of the Rings themed names. It's not essential, but we do quite like doing it. We always watched Lord of the Rings as a family. That's where Hobbit got the name Hobbit from. So yeah, it's like it's a sentimental thing in our family, a bit of a tradition, if you will. So I wanted to have something Lord of the Rings related, and this idea actually came to me from one of you amazing watchers because I saw it in the comments and the penny just dropped. So there is a very sacred realm in Lord of the Rings for the elves. It's essentially like elf paradise, although I think other creatures can go there, but it's like mainly elves, and it's called Valinor. And if you Google it, the definition will come up with being free from evil, which I just think was really cute, and I think it sounds really smart. So his show name is either going to be Valinor Britannia, so we're going to use Britannia from Marley because that was his prefix, and all of the ones from Brit, Headley Britannia, have all got Britannia in. So I really want to use that. So it's either Valinor Britannia or Britannia's Valinor, and I cannot decide what sounds better and what I prefer, so you guys are going to help me decide it. Seeing as you basically came up with the name to start with, I figured it's only fair if you help decide on the final name. So if you want to have your say on what his registered name should be, then please leave a comment and I will go through all of them, and whatever gets the most comments is going to be this little chap's registered name, which I just think is so sweet. I love the fact that you guys have helped come up with the initial name. But yeah, this is Valley. Also, we're spelling Valley V-A-L-I, so it's like a shortened version of Valinor. I'll put these spellings up on the screen so you guys can see them written down. It feels so good to be able to finally say it. I can't tell you how hard it's been on all my stories and all my vlogs, just calling him like baby boy or little man, little chap. There's been so many times where I've said Valley and I've had to edit it out. Good boy. I know you want to groom me, but we have spoken about this. You can't groom people because then you think you can bite people, and that's not good for a horse. I just love the way that Dee is getting into all of these shots. Anyway, I think that is everything there is to say. Please do leave a comment. I'm genuinely going to go through them all. Valinor Britannia or Britannia's Valinor. Let me know, guys, what you think sounds better for this little chap, because he's going to be a really cool, talented horse, and I think he's going to go places, so we need a really cool, good name for you. Excuse a bit more of the rough video style, but I could not let him get to 4 weeks tomorrow without having announced his name. Right, Valley, you've got big shoes to fill. Be a good boy, go back to sleep and grow nice and big. He is shooting up like a weed. I think he's gonna be big, guys. Like, look at him, even compared to Dee now. He's huge. Oh, and he says, by the way, I've got teeth. I live, laugh, love you from me and Valley.